Welcome back. We are covering tip number 15 of 25 tips to become a better driver. You know who you are, and some of us need these tips more than others, and others of us know people who need them more than we do. And so, again, I want to encourage you to consider letting Uncle Paul do the hard work and have this tough conversation with some of these folks that need to hear this. Maybe you just kind of maybe shoot over a link and, oh, I didn't mean to send that to you, but they end up hearing it anyway. So anyway, there'll be a link to, you can copy the link directly from the URL, or there'll be a link to the playlist below. But before we get started, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up, which is the like button, and lets YouTube know that you appreciate it, and lets me know also. Click the subscribe button. If you're back multiple times, maybe it's time to commit to Uncle Paul. We've hit 40 subscribers here, so thank you to all the subs here. I do appreciate you all, and let's see if we can't get to 50. Again, baby steps. The whole point of this is to, again, try and make this a fun community, and really appreciate everybody who's subscribed already. So tip number 15, the next three tips are really going to be covering roundabouts and how to drive them. And I know this freaks some people out. I'm not going to name any names, but my mother-in-law, I think, will go opposite ways just to avoid roundabouts. And I think there's other people like that, and it just makes people nervous because there's just no, traffic signals there. So these are going to be tips that will help everybody, help the folks that are, driving them and know how to drive them. It'll help the folks that don't know how to drive them and keep the traffic moving. And this especially gets tough in holiday time and when there's a ton of traffic. I live not too far away from an outdoor mall, and I know during the holidays that thing just gets backed up. And then when people don't know how to drive them, it just takes forever. So we're going to get going here. We're going to cover the first one, and that's just be aggressive. That's the best thing that I can tell you to do, is to be aggressive. And one of the earlier videos that we covered was using your peripheral vision, and that's part of it too, right? In terms of being aggressive, but you have to anticipate, what's coming, who's going where, and just hit it. People will slow down for you. They'll yield, right? And so you have to give yourself enough space, obviously, but you still also need to be aggressive. And the last thing you really want to do is start and then stop, right? Because that's where you get rear-ended. It's not good to do that. So just commit to it. You may get beeped at, but it's the best thing for you to do is commit and be aggressive. Give yourself enough space. And then if you see somebody, if there's enough space for you to do, you got to gun it. You got to get out there and just do it. And then another thing I'll tell you too, get out there and practice. If you don't like driving them, the best thing you can do is make yourself drive through them, and then try these tips. Try them one at a time. Try being aggressive consistently with them if you have to drive them, and then you'll get used to it. It's just like with any habit. You'll get used to it. You'll figure it out. And again, people do have to yield. But again, here's the other thing too, in being aggressive, the inside lane, inside of the circle, they have the right of way. So, but again, you got to be aggressive. If somebody's speeding, then you gun it out there a little bit quicker, to make sure that you can get in there if they're far enough away, anticipate how fast they're going. But again, you got to be aggressive. You can't sit there. Otherwise, you'll sit there forever, especially if it's at a busy roundabout. But that's something you just have to practice, something you just got to get used to. And, I think it'll help everybody who are sitting at those roundabouts and just kind of waiting for you to feel comfortable until there's no traffic, especially if it's in rush hour or a holiday, like I mentioned earlier. So again, you have my permission to be aggressive safely though. But you have to do it. You have to commit, and whatever you do, don't start and stop, because again, people, are typically using their peripheral vision as well, and that can cause accidents also. So anyway, that's going to do it for this tip. And again, before we get going and leave and move on, I want to encourage you to hit the subscribe button, click the thumbs up, and then click the alert button to let be notified of future content that's being produced. And we will talk to you at the next video.